Okay, I know that there are some people who don't quite understand all of the different terms used in football and may want to get more into the game, and they would get more into it if they understood exactly who everybody was and what they were doing, and also some of the terms. Now, I'm by far not an expert on anything, I'm just a fan, but I'm going to share it just pretty much the easiest way to remember who the personnel are and what they're supposed to be doing. And if it's something I forget, please somebody go ahead and comment below so that I can, or people will understand that that's what was supposed to have been said. All right, so the first thing we're going to start off with today, because I'm only going to do one thing a day, is offense. Offense is when a team has the ball. The objective when a team is on offense is to get to the other end of the field in the other team's end zone to score a touchdown, or to get close enough to kick a field goal. A touchdown is worth 6 points. A field goal is worth 3 points. So, to start all of that off, the team is going to line up on the line of scrimmage. The line of scrimmage is like an imaginary point on the field where the ball starts, where the play is going to start. That point on the field is not finite, so you can move around in a straight line from sideline to sideline. So, if a team has the ball, their offensive personnel is going to line up. The offense consists of 11 players. The chief of those players, or the general, or the leader, is the quarterback. The quarterback is either he's going to make decisions. He's going to throw the ball. He's going to hand the ball off. He knows he needs to drop back if he needs to drop back and make room to make the pass. Quarterback has a lot of responsibility in making the offense flow. He also initiates the play. So he decides when things are going to start. The running back either lines up right next to the quarterback or right behind the quarterback. He's going to either run the ball or catch the ball. If the play does not involve the running back as far as running or catching, then his job is to provide protection for the quarterback. So he's going to block the other team from reaching the quarterback. A fullback is bigger than a running back usually, and he usually leads the blocking, although he may also run the ball just like the running back does. Then you have the offensive line player. So those linemen, that's what they call them. And from left to right, they're left tackle, left guard, center, right guard, right tackle. Each one of them, sole responsibility is keeping pressure off of the quarterback, because of course the other team is going to be running towards the quarterback to try to stop him from passing the ball, or to make a mistake, drop the ball, or they might want to even tackle him, which is called a sack. But we'll get into that on defense. Okay, so the center also snaps the ball to the quarterback. So the guy that's bent over and he hikes the ball between his legs and the quarterback catches it, that's the center. The center is the only offensive lineman who's going to touch the ball as far as a play is concerned. If things break down, then you might see an offensive lineman recover a fumble or something else. We'll get into that in terms and terminology, but a fumble is when somebody drops the ball after they've caught it. So the offensive linemen line up. Their sole purpose on that field is to keep pressure off the quarterback. The tight end usually lines up next to one of the tackles. So the tight end is a big dude. He's a big guy, bigger than most wide receivers. So he's in between, like he's bigger than a wide receiver, but he can still catch the ball. So he's an athletic cat. He could catch the ball, or he is going to provide protection for the quarterback or the running back, just like everybody else is. Wide receiver is last. They usually line up, of course, wide. They line up outside of the quarterback most of the time, They either stand right on the line of scrimmage or a few paces back, but they are wide out. Their job is basically to catch passes. So most of the time, you'll see them run out. They are looking for the ball. The quarterback, that's who the quarterback is going to target when he's throwing the ball long most of the time. Sometimes the quarterback will hand the ball off to him. Sometimes the wide receiver is not involved because the quarterback has decided to hand the ball off to a running back. So if the quarterback hands the ball off to the running back, then now the wide receivers become blockers. Everybody protecting the running back at that point. I think that might have covered offense. So to recap, they line up on the line of scrimmage, which is the line that goes from sideline to sideline where the play starts. Quarterback begins the play. The offensive line protects the quarterback. Quarterback makes decisions, decides whether he's going to hand the ball off to the running back or pass to his tight end or his wide receivers. And sometimes the running back is also an eligible receiver. The offensive line are not eligible receivers. They cannot go out and catch the ball, but they can recover fumbles. If something like that were to happen, the offensive lineman can touch the ball. The only offensive lineman who is able to touch the ball is the center, and that is only to start the play. Wide receivers run out. Running backs kind of stay home. That's where they're going to get the ball handed to them, and they run. Or it's a passing play. You're going to the wide receivers or the tight end. Touchdown is worth 6 points. A field goal is worth 3 points. And there's also an opportunity for an extra point. The extra point is after the touchdown. A kicker will come out, kick the ball in between the two uprights at the end of the field. If he is successful in doing that, he has an extra point. That makes it 7 points. Used to be a given that you're going to get the extra point, but now it's a little bit tougher. And we'll get more into that when we start discussing kickers and the extra team, that type of personnel. If there's any questions about anything I've said, any comments or anything I've left out, there are so many of you who are more knowledgeable about football than me. Put it in the comments and we can talk about it. Holla at you next time.